So you're not from the United States. You don't live here. You have zero citizenship in America, but you want to go ahead and invest into homes in America? Well, I got something for you. What's up, guys? Omar here, broker and CEO of Alden Mortgage and Ome Realty. So there is a program that we have that's called the Foreign National Program. Now, the Foreign National Program is just for people who have zero citizenship in America and you want to get yourself a little bit of capital to go ahead and help you get into your second home or investment home. Now, I know a lot of you are probably going to watch this video and you're going to be like, everybody's coming into America and buying the houses here and we don't have it. Listen, if it's not me, it's going to be somebody else that's going to do this, okay? Don't yell at me. I'm just here to go ahead and make sure that everybody that I do business with knows the products that are available. And you're probably like, oh my God, Omar does these types of loans and this and that, and you're ruining everything. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? I have no choice. These are just the programs that I have available. I put them out there, and if people want to use it, I promise you, if it's not me, it's gonna be somebody else. So don't hate me. I swear to God, I told a few of my friends that I was going to do this video and they were just like, oh, you're stupid. You're not going to do it. You know how many people are going to hate you for this? I'm like, why would anybody hate me for this? I didn't do anything. I'm just telling you that there's something that's called a foreign national product. So who is this ideal for? This is ideal for anybody who does not live in the United States. You could not get you have no citizenship, you have no nothing that is associated with anything in America. So what can we do? Well, we could definitely get you money. Now, this is gonna be not for a primary residence. You cannot do this for a primary residence. At least our program doesn't. This could only be for a second home or an investment property. So that means that you have to have an initial home somewhere, wherever it is, that is going to go ahead and be able to be accounted for from wherever agency that you have that deals with the oversight of real estate in your country. Or it's going to be for an investment property where you cannot live in the house. This has to be rented out, or you would have to flip it, or it could be a commercial, or it could be whatever it is that you want to go ahead and do. So here are the requirements for this foreign national program. So number one, you cannot have any trade lines, which means like you cannot have any credit cards, or you can't have anything that is associated within America. So if it's an American-based credit card where your address and your statements and everything like that are stuck in America, you can't use this program. You cannot have a credit score in America. So whenever we do your background check, which we will do a background check on it, we're only doing a background check based off of, hey, does this person have any association with any social security numbers or anything when we go ahead and review your bank statements and we review your assets and we review everything that you have coming in. And if you don't have anything in America, then yeah, we can go ahead and do it. On the debt service covered ratio. Now, debt service covered ratio, what does that mean? This is for investment properties, which this is going to be an investment loan or your second home. This is debt service covered ratio. So that means, does the ratio within this debt cover what it is servicing? So is the service more than the debt? So like for instance, hypothetically, if your rental amount is going to be $2,000 and your principal, interest, tax, insurance are $2,000, then you have a 1-to-1 ratio. It's an equal ratio. If it's $2,000 and $2,500 in rent that you're keeping up, and then your principal, interest, tax, insurance are going to be at $2,000 a month, then yes, you're going to be at what's called a 1.25 because it's a quarter above the amount that we are in total, right? So if we're at $2,000 and you're at $2,500, you are 25% because 25% of $2,000 is $500. Now you're at 1.25. It cannot be anything below a 1-to-1 ratio. So it has to be above that. Now, I know in this video that I've stated second home many of times, but I want you to please, even though I state second home, this is only gonna be for investment opportunities only. This is not a second home for you directly. Now, in our line of business, and I know there's probably going to be some mortgage people out there that are like, oh, you can't use the word second home, which you're absolutely correct, which I shouldn't be using second home. Unfortunately, this is what in our guidelines it states, that it's either going to be a second home or it's going to be an investment portfolio loan. But it is only, let me reiterate, this is only going to be for investment purposes only. You cannot live in this house. This is going to be money coming in, and this is going to, stimulate our economy or whatever it is, or your bank account. Well, then what limits do we have as far as units? You could have total of 10 units total. So for this investment, for investment purposes only, the cash in that's coming in, it could only be for 10 units. Of course, you could accumulate it off of multiple units, and then there's different loan programs that we have if you want to go a little bit above that, which if you do, please DM us. Our Instagram, everything is below, so you go ahead and give us a call so we can go ahead and help guide you through whatever loan program that you're trying to work out, especially if it comes to this foreign national one. We could run through some scenarios and then we could go ahead and help you out. Of course, it's not a promise to lend. All disclaimers are in the description below. But yeah, you cannot go over 10 property. Now, if you are trying to refinance the property after you went ahead and purchased it, just so you know, on a rate and term refinance or a cash out refinance, we have to be at 70% loan to value on this property. The amount of reserves. Now, reserves are going to be the amount of money that you're going to need in your account, excluding your down payment, excluding your closing costs, excluding your settlement costs, which is your closing costs. Excluding all of that, reserves are the principal, interest, taxes, and insurance that you're supposed to have in addition to. So let's say, for instance, you're buying an investment property for $1 million. You put $200,000. We need 12 months worth of your principal, interest, tax, and insurance, excluding all of that, into a separate account, and that is what's called our buffer. This goes ahead, and obviously you would want to go ahead and make sure you protect your investment as it is. Rainy day or whatever, you want to have 12 months worth of reserves to begin with. We could actually go up to $2.5 million on this loan program. And now within that $2.5 million, there are going to be, which a lot of investors do rely very, very heavily on, we can do interest only. Interest only is something that a lot of people that have big portfolios, they really like to use it to go ahead and make sure that their total running costs on a monthly basis, they keep it as low as possible, and they don't really care about balloon payments at the end of it, or they're planning on kind of using this as in a portfolio to where they they invest it, they take their money out, they refinance, they take their capital out, they go ahead and invest it into another one. Bird method guys, you guys should listen up. People are doing it all over the place. Why not you too, right? And you have the advantage within America to go ahead and get better loan products. But that's besides the point. We're talking about foreign national products, and that's going to be all here. So interest only, we do interest only. You have the option to go up to 40 years interest only, excluding Texas. Love Texas. I went to basic training in Texas. I was stationed in Texas for a little bit. Texas is awesome, but you guys don't allow interest only, which kind of makes sense, Texas, you guys, it's America. God bless it, it's America. We don't want none of that foreign money up in here. I don't know why I just did that accent. I really deeply apologize. I have no idea why I did that. But Texas, no interest only option. And that pretty much covers the foreign national program for people who don't have any citizenship. If you like the content, please like, subscribe, dislike, all that other stuff. Hit that little bell icon for my next video. And until next video, guys, I really appreciate you watching. Thank you very much. Peace.